Yeah, your team sucks live during business hours. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Gorilla George, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? We're talking about my team today, so I'm a little bit excited to get
sorry.
going.
Your team sucks.
Yeah, your team does suck. No. Every year they're gonna win the Super Bowl, though. Every year the Dallas Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl. So I had some people ask me, by the way, why I wear this sometimes on our things, and they think I'm trying to be cool or some shit like that. But the truth is, I need a haircut really bad. Check this out.
Well, it doesn't really compare to Jordan. If Jordan did that, it would be a whole other experience.
I'm trying to get like alien guy. I'm working on it. Look.
You're almost catching Jordan. Almost.
I'm almost there with Jordan. I'm getting there. Yeah. Check it out right there.
I don't know. Look at that shag.
Let's see.
Look at that shag.
Jordan. What you got?
Right there. I quit cutting my hair for Corona. And it never came back.
There it is right there.
There you go. It's a hair day, I guess.
It's a bad hair day. It's a bad hair day. The hoodie is going back on. All right. We got Dallas Cowboys versus Philadelphia Eagles. Who has the better fan base? Who has the better coach? Who has the better quarterback? Who's going to have a better season? So let's get rolling. Let's jump right in. George is a huge delusional Cowboy fan, so I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. It's going to be hilarious. Let's just jump in. So I'm going to ask Jordan first because obviously, George, I know what side you're on. Who has the better fan base? The Eagles or the Dallas Cowboys?
I mean, that's rough because they're just both nauseatingly full of themselves. I mean, when the Eagles as a one-hit wonder made a Super Bowl that year, it was rough. Their fans were just intolerable. What they did to poor Millie, I couldn't believe that shit. Anyway, the Eagles were rough. But on the other hand, I don't think there's any fan base maybe that's more full of themselves than Dallas. And they think they're going to win it every year, and they're delusional. But I respect that, And they're with their team, whether they're good or bad. They always talk about the good old days like that. So I would have to go with Dallas as the better fan base.
Oh, my God. So you respect delusion. The people who are delusional and don't live in the real, you respect that somehow.
Loyalty. Respect loyalty. That's what you got to respect. Loyalty. You got to respect loyalty.
Okay, so the Dallas Cowboy fans.
I mean, isn't there historical moments where the Philadelphia Eagles fans booed Santa Claus? Didn't they boo Santa Claus and throw snowballs?
I'm pretty sure they threw
Santa Claus.
They threw batteries at Santa Claus. But I still like him better than the Cowboy fans. At least there could not be more polar opposite fans in the entire NFL. So Eagle fans literally will rip their teams to shreds. I mean, even if their team is really good, they will just destroy them. The Cowboy fans are complete opposite. They go 2-14, and they're like, "Oh, we're the best."
The Cowboys had 5 Super Bowls, and the Eagles had 1 lucky one. So the Eagles aren't used to winning. The Cowboys are. It kind of goes that way.
I guess that that muscle memory goes back for like 20 years of winning because they won in 20 years. So the muscle memory, I think once you get of a certain age, the muscle memory is not there anymore if you're not doing it. So anyway, the Eagle fans, I think, are more loyal in many ways than the Cowboy fans, just because the Cowboy fans are all hype. The Eagles fans are real, but there couldn't be, incredibly diverse fan base. Crazy.
Well, they're a bunch of haters. They hate even their own team, so it's kind of hard
That's true.
They hate everybody. They just hate.
It's because people from Philly are real. It's cold up there. It's rough up there.
Real haters, miserable people. It sucks.
All right, so the consensus is y'all got the Cowboys is the better fan base than the Eagles. I got the Eagles. I'm going to take the Eagles every time over the damn Cowboys, right? I mean, come on, man. Every year, the Cowboys fans are delusional. Every year. I'll take a fan that's going to throw a battery at Santa Claus over somebody that's just not honest about their own team, right?
Vegas agrees with me.
They were terrible
this year. That's all I know. Vegas agrees with me this year. I got some action down at U-Wager. I went over 10 at U-Wager with Dallas. I think over 10 is easy money this year. I see Philly at 9.5 under. I'd bet them under, but I definitely took Dallas over.
Is better. That division is a lot better than it was last year. Philly was full of injuries. Giants are going to get better. Expect Danny Dimes to get better. And Cowboys won 8 last year. How do you see the Cowboys as better this year?
They had a horrible year. They played shitty. They had a horrible coach. Things are changing.
Horrible year with no injuries. Bad coach.
Things are coming through. Elliott was pissed off, didn't play well. It's Zeke's year this year. You're going to see it. Dak's going to impress.
Perfect segue. Who has the better coach? Cowboys versus Eagles. Whose coach is better? Doug Peterson or the new Mike McCarthy for the Dallas Cowboys? Both, you could argue, were one-hit wonders, right? You could argue that. I'm going to say McCarthy should have won more Super Bowls with Aaron Rodgers. There's no doubt he should have won more. But Peterson won a Super Bowl with a damn backup quarterback. With a damn backup quarterback and a bunch of injuries on that team and took him all the way to the Super Bowl. So my take, I think Peterson, who is a Shula student, is a better coach. I think Peterson's a better coach than Mike McCarthy. George, don't be biased, George.
I'm going to tell you the truth. Peterson got very lucky on that run when they won the Super Bowl year. That was a lucky year for them. Everything was down. No one played well. Philly stole one. I'll give it to him. They finally got a Super Bowl. But the Dallas is just a superior team. The coaching is superior. Everything is superior in Dallas compared to Philly. It's just not much more.
Last year,
like a delusional Cowboys fan. Everything's superior in Dallas. Get out of here. Peterson is a much better coach for all the reasons he mentioned. Okay, Peterson is a stud coach, taking a backup quarterback and winning a Super Bowl, whereas McCarthy had the best quarterback in the league and won one. Good job. You each got one. You know, the Packers.
I don't know if Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback in the league ever. Oh, that's a stretch. A stretch. Tell me one year he was the best.
Top 3, top 5. Where was Nick Foles on that list?
Top 5.
Well, where was Nick Foles on that list?
No, but they didn't win. They won that thing with their defense. They didn't win it with their Nick Foles.
Nick Foles made some incredible plays in that Super Bowl.
Sure, everyone made some big plays. Everybody on their team, everyone on their team did miraculously in their stretch. In their stretch run, the whole team played way over their head. They had the Cinderella run, and great.
Right, they're both better coaches. What you're saying, George, is that last year the Eagles won the division because your coach sucked. If you would have had a better coach, then the Cowboys would have won that division.
I think the coach lost. I think the coach lost 2 or 3 games alone, just by himself. Yes, I do think so. And without him, they win 2 or 3 more games, and they win the division. It's pretty simple. It's easy to say. The coach keeps screwing up. There's at least 2 to 3 games you can look back on and say he lost, where he did some weird, stupid shit. And now with him out,
he was decimated by injuries. Dallas had no significant injuries. Every pass catcher on their team was injured. They were throwing it to Nelson Aguilar, who was like watching the ball fall in front of him.
There's an easy way to solve this. We can put our money where our mouth is and put it down on this year. Whoever wants to put whatever, bring your shit with your Philly team against Dallas. We can go head up right now. We can end it. We can get live right here, make our live wager, and at the end of the year, you can be paying me my shit back. Let's talk back. Let's put our money where our mouth is.
By 2 games at U-Wager.
But now everything's changing.
You would like that.
When you got to back it up, everything's changing.
We got Damon.
You would like not having straight up money, wouldn't you?
I would love it.
All right. Hey, Damon, you're trying to say that the defensive line was improved. Whose defensive line was improved?
Dallas is improved, but they did lose. They got a big injury this year. Damon, we did lose our man.
Yeah.
I mean, Van Der Esch is back this year, which is going to help. But we did lose our man. We did pick up a safety. We might pick up the crazy safety from Baltimore. Who knows what's going to happen?
No, I really like the front 7 from Dallas a lot this year, even with the injury. We'll see how long they can stay healthy for. I mean, Lee gives you like 3 games a season now, you know? But if they stay healthy, they've got the best linebacking crew there is.
Jason Wolf has a profound comment. He simply says, Dallas sucks. That's his take, George. I'm sorry. I think you can make an argument for either coach, but I think at the end of the day, you cannot say that McCarthy is a better coach than Peterson. And the truth is, years and years and years, Dallas's coach was there, and all you fans were quiet about Jason Garrett until the very end. Years. He was
stuck
there
with Garrett
a long time. Y'all were quiet. You never said he
I was never quiet. Don't lie.
Videos. I literally did videos talking about how Jason Garrett is not a good coach. I've been saying that for years and years and years. All you Cowboys fans defended it until last year.
Oh,
now you think
I never defended that man.
McCarthy, you're going to win.
I never defended that man. But like I said, it's easy to solve. We are on a U wager here. Let's wager on this shit. Solved it easy. It's easy to solve.
Dallas hasn't won anything since the 1990s, Jason Wolf. And Cody Lee Paris says, Dallas reminds me of my ex. All talk and all ass. We like Cody Lee Paris right here.
Good job, Cody. I like that comment. I like those big ass women too. Good job.
And Dallas
says Peterson is definitely better, and I think Peterson has to take the edge right now. But I think it's a toss-up. They both have good coaches. They both actually have good quarterbacks as well, which is a segue, you know. But
right, so that's our next segue. But I just want to get Jason's comment in here. Jason Wolf, Dallas has won 2 playoff games in the last 20 years. Ouch.
A very important comment for any Dallas discussion. Yes, we like that.
Damn.
Good thing it's a new year this year, right? And we're starting over, right?
This is the best we all have our Dallas fan. Yeah. Look how happy George is.
But I said, bring the money. Bring the money on.
Absolutely. Let's
bring
do
it
it.
On. Bring on the wager. Bring me some Modelo's. Bring them on.
He's taking Zeke #1 overall in our fantasy draft. He was telling me earlier. Number 1 overall.
So
Zeke's year.
All right, so we
got
to
be a Cowboys fan.
We got DAK versus Carson Wentz. Who is stronger at the quarterback position? Dak Prescott or Carson Wentz? George, I know. I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say, but I'm just going to throw it to you anyway. Go ahead.
Well, I don't even have to say it. You can look on ESPN. Everyone's backing me. Dak Prescott's going as the top 10 players in the league. Dak Prescott's on everybody's list. I mean, you guys can mock all you want. Dak Prescott's a top 10 player of the league.
Well, is he better than Carson Wentz?
Well, Carson Wentz is like number 50, so obviously he's better.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he compares.
Disagree. Respectfully disagree. I think Carson Wentz has had a lot of injury problems. I think he's the better quarterback, better pedigree, and drafted better. What Carson Wentz did last year with no weapons around him was impressive. I've never seen Dak do that. I've seen Dak put up great numbers and eventually let us down with the best offensive line, best running game, best wide receiver in the league.
Dak doesn't play defense.
Never had to put
Dak
a team on his back. And I've seen Wentz do that.
Dak doesn't play defense.
When has Dak put anything on his back?
Dak doesn't play defense. He puts the offense on his fucking back. You haven't seen the numbers? His numbers are top 5 quarterback. His numbers are top 5 quarterback in the last 2 years. Explain to me that. How he's not playing.
Half the quarterbacks in the league behind that offensive line with that running game, with that wide receiver.
You just got done telling everybody he hasn't put up numbers. All he does is put up numbers.
No, I said he did put up numbers.
Okay, a lot of those numbers were
he did put up numbers with one of the best offenses around.
The team doesn't lose with their offense. They're losing on their defense. You guys have to watch some football and you'll learn some shit. They're losing on defense. They're not losing with their offense.
If you were GM of the Bengals and you pick either Dak or Wentz to be your quarterback, who would it be?
Dak all day, every day.
You would take Dak
all day, every day.
On a team that wasn't a stack.
All day, every day. Like, no brainer. It's not even a no-brainer. There's only 3 or 4 guys I'll take ahead of Dak, and it's definitely not Wentz.
I'm gonna do the tiebreaker here right now. I'm gonna say that I think Dak is better, but it's only because Carson Wentz can't stay on the damn field, right? And so I would have Dak. Dak is reliable. He's solid. I don't think he's great yet, but he's solid. He's an excellent quarterback, but he's not elite, I don't think. Can he become elite? Yes. Carson Wentz eventually is going to get hurt, and be out for a long time again. So I'm taking Dak. I think they definitely have the advantage there just because he'll probably be there for 16 games. Carson Wentz, and if you're an honest Eagle fan, you're always worried. Every time the guy gets hit, every time he starts running, you're worried about him getting hurt.
How many games has Dak missed?
None.
0.
That's why we love him.
0.
That's what I'm saying.
You know why? Because he's not a bitch. 0. You guys are trying to back a bitch. You're backing a bitch.
Eagles fan, George just called your quarterback a
0.
bitch.
0. Bitch.
Wow.
Bitch. I stick to that. He's a bitch.
No, I just think when Dak needs everything to go right in order to win. Like the beginning of this year, he's got great wide receivers, great offensive line. Oh, but his running back holds out. What happens? They're not doing great because he doesn't have the best running game.
What do you want him to do? He put up top 5 numbers. He put up top 5 numbers for quarterback. What the fuck do you want from him? Top 5 numbers. Top 5 numbers.
Do better than 8-8.
It's a team game.
He lost the division.
It's a team game. I'm going to teach you guys about sports. Eventually, you guys will learn.
It's a team game.
The defense is the most important thing in football. First of all, everyone needs to learn that. The reason Philly won their Super Bowl, defense.
The reason the Chiefs won their Super Bowl,
am I wrong? Did they win because of their offense?
Quarterback position is the most important position.
Answer my question. When Philly won the Super Bowl, was it because of Wentz or because of their defense?
Well, it wasn't because of Wentz.
No. Was it because of the defense or Wentz? Simple question. Yes.
It was because the play.
Ted Wiggins is asking, could Dak have led Philly to the playoffs like Wentz did? And the truth is no, because Dak didn't lead a much better team to the playoffs.
8-8 got him into the playoffs. They had no defense. They played like shit. They didn't do anything right last year.
Ted asked a good question. I want to ask you Ted's question. Could Dak have led Philly to the playoffs like Wentz did?
That's just what Jordan asked.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
And I think sure. Why not?
Sorry, he's yelling at each other.
It makes it hard.
Why not? All that defense. Why not?
All right. Yes,
everything fell apart and Wentz took him to the playoffs. Dak had everything intact except his running back held out for 4 games and he missed the playoffs. With a better team.
George, you just got through saying it's a team sport. The most important is that you have a great quarterback and you have a great defense. It's a combination. They had a backup quarterback that played incredibly well, the Eagles, when they went to that Super Bowl. But the key thing and why we were talking about who has the better coach, it's the coach. The coach matters because when a bunch of players get hurt, right, the coach is really the most important one on the damn field. So
the coach ain't making tackles. It was the defense making tackles. The coach didn't make no fucking tackles.
No,
it was the defense
90% mental. Get out of here. 90% mental.
The coach makes a huge difference. You just got through saying
coach ain't making no tackles.
George, you just got through saying, wait, Jordan, you just got through saying the reason that the Cowboys were going to do better now is because their damn coach. That's what you just said.
Because he killed them offense. If you don't listen, I can inform you again. Because he lost 2 or 3 games with the play calls he did, with the substitutions he did. I can point them out for you and repeat it again for you. But it goes back to him blowing games. Blowing 3. Okay, he blew 3 games. Say he didn't blow those 3 games.
And how many games did Dak blow?
What's the record? He blew 3 games. You know, what's the record?
Wait. So let me ask you.
Dak blew a lot of games at the end, too. He
Jordan,
put up a lot of garbage time numbers, and when you really needed
I'm saying
Dak was disappointing.
Definitely last year, the coach cost him a couple games last year. There's no
George,
doubt about it. There's no argument.
George, if a coach
and they'll be better, but they also lucked out and had no injuries. What happens when they have 2 or 3 key injuries this year? Like most teams did.
They did have injuries. What happened to their defense? They lost their fucking linebacker. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They lost their best player on defense.
Jordan, wait.
Please.
George, I have a question for you. If a coach can lose a game for you, can he win a game for you too?
If he has the talent, if he knows what he's doing, if he puts his people in the right position, yes, he could.
So Doug Peterson's a great coach that put his players in the right position.
He had a great defensive team. He didn't have to do anything with that defense. He didn't have to do shit.
Okay.
It wasn't even him running the defense.
He ran the offense.
He ran the offense.
But he's the head coach. Of course, he had something to do with the defense. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, I'm reading Ted's comment here. If Dallas has no defense, then the offense should have scored outscored other teams. Don't give us that BS about not having defense. Oh,
Thank you.
Ted, where was
Thank
the
you,
defense? I mean, you can't stop it. You can't score 50 points a night. I mean, a Sunday. So
I don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna see. They made some changes. They got that Dix. They made some moves. I know they lost their defensive lineman, but they made some moves.
Their defense is going to be good.
Their defense will be better this year for sure.
Yeah, listen.
I like their linebackers. If they stay healthy, they're going to be good.
Dix was a big pickup for him this year. He's going to make a big difference in that defense.
Ted also says that Dak is an average quarterback because he took an awesome offense around him and put up mediocre points per game, which is what I've been saying.
I think they put up a lot of points per game. They just got outscored every freaking game. Tell me the games where they didn't put up more than 3 touchdowns.
They're great. They just keep getting outscored.
Tell me the game where they didn't score. Tell me the game where they didn't score more than 3 touchdowns.
I don't know, but 3 touchdowns in the NFL these days isn't that many. And the thing is that, and if your defense,
it works.
If your defense sucks, you have to score more than 3 touchdowns. It's that simple. Especially if you're going to win the Super Bowl every year, like the Cowboys.
On defense, they have no corners.
Yeah. All right, so let's wrap this all up in a nice bow here.
I'm not done yet. I still want to yell some more.
Well, no. I'm not done. We're going to talk about who's going to have a better season now, right? And I know you want to lay it down. You want to lay some bets down. I know, we all lay action at UWager. That's uwager.com, and it's a great place to bet. But that is not what this show is about.
Hey, but they have a weak line right now. They have that 10 over. They have that 10 over in Dallas. Beat it up.
10 over is not a weak
after
line.
our show here, right?
10 over. Weak line.
They have great lines, but that's not a weak line. That's about right. When was the last time they won 10 games? A couple years ago?
Year before last.
No, before last.
Let's start there. What is the line for Dallas?
Over under win is 10 over.
10 over. Wow. And what is the Eagles?
9.5 under 30. They're way under.
9. Wow. Okay.
9.
Those sound right, by the way. But let's
to win the NFC. To win the NFC, they're plus 750, and you can get it. You can get right now at UWager the Eagles plus 1,200.
I would take the over on both of those probably.
I would take the under on both of those. I think the Giants are a little better this year. I think they play a tougher strength of schedule, and I would probably take both unders if I was going the same direction on both of them.
I think they'll both be better this year, and
there's going to be a lot of parity in that division. 8-8, 9-7, something like that.
Didn't what was the division winner was 9-7 last year?
9-7.
Look out.
8
NFC East.
9-7. NFC East coming for you. Nobody's talking enough about the Giants. They're going to be better. They could split with these teams.
You know what?
Instead of it just being 2 easy games, and that doesn't help their records.
I was going to take off my fan hat right here and let that out. The Giants are plus 1,300 to win the NFC East. That's not a bad bet. Plus 1,300. They could steal that plus 1,300. As much of a fan I am and think Dallas can have a good year, the Giants are going to be bad this year. They're going to fight. That's not a bad value bet.
Jerry Brantz is predicting, of course, that they're going to be the NFC East, not champs, but the chumps. Don't know if that's a misspelling there. I'm assuming
I think that is Dallas wins the NFC East, chumps, like calling us chumps.
No, he's calling you guys chumps.
Jerry, I thought you were calling Dallas chumps.
No, he's calling
Dallas
you guys chumps.
Oh,
do you not see his Dallas avatar?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Jerry, I see it. That's why I was really
we're the chumps.
Hey, so are they going to win the Super Bowl too, Jerry?
Why not?
Of course they are, dude.
You can get them plus 1,600 right now. UWager. That's a deal.
It's August, and you're a Cowboys fan.
16, that's not bad.
100 to win 16 on Cowboys right now. That's not a bad deal.
It's August, and you're a Cowboy fan. So let's.
They remind me of the Dolphins like 15 years ago. Every year on paper, they support such a good team. Like on paper, in the offseason, they're the team to beat. The way the Dolphins were, 15, 20 years ago, it was really exciting. Every year on paper, they were great. And then they always
the only time the Dolphins have been the team to beat was in 1972. and they got
Well,
beat.
that's not true.
And they got beat. And who did they get beat by? The Cowboys. Remember that.
God.
Remember that.
I don't remember that, but that's a good flashback.
They went undefeated in 72.
That's when they
That's
lost Super Bowl in 72.
The Super Bowl, but that was the 71 season. And
Right.
so they
lost
undefeated.
They lost to whom? To whom did they lose to?
What I'm saying is, though, if Dallas always has the best team on paper, maybe the coach can actually fix that and take a team because they underperform every single year.
So we got a bunch of people in the chat here. I'm gonna break it down for y'all right now. I think Dallas will have a better season than the Eagles. I think they'll win the division, but I don't think they're gonna blow people away. I think if Ted was talking about 10-6, Ted Wiggins, you talking about 10-6, Dallas, that's what I think is gonna happen. I think the Eagles will go 8-8, 9-7, or they may match the 10-6. But I think that the Cowboys.
Yeah, you in Vegas, the line's 10.
The Cowboys have a new coach. They are due to take all that talent and actually do something with it. But I'm definitely worried about their secondary. The secondary could be their Achilles heel. I know they're talking about getting who's the guy that just left the damn Ravens and quit?
Thomas, the beater, the guy that beats up his teammates.
Yeah. So Earl Thomas.
Yeah,
they're talking about getting Earl Thomas. I think if they get him, that's probably a huge addition for them. It could actually help them win a couple games. But I got to take Dallas, unfortunately. Do I think they're going to the damn Super Bowl? Hell no. I think they make the playoffs. They get rolled in the first round of the playoffs. But I do think they make progress with their new coach. Keep in mind, I like the coach, but I'm sorry, Dak Prescott is not Aaron Rodgers. He's not. No. And I still think he should have won more Super Bowls with Aaron Rodgers. George, what's your take?
Dallas wins it this year. This is Dallas's year to lose. If they don't win it this year, there's going to be a million changes. So it's this year or not. This year or bust for Dallas.
So obviously, you think Dallas is going to have a better season than the Eagles?
By far.
Jordan?
By far.
See, I think it's a rough year with no preseason to put in a new coach and a new system. Shortened training camps, no preseason. I think it might take them a year or two. Like, it wouldn't ordinarily to really iron it out. And so, no, I don't think it's Dallas's year. Next year might be Dallas's year. It's sad that it's this year or bust, right, George? But it's not going to be this year. Okay, it's just not, and not with the new system. The coach comes in, he puts it in. They're going to struggle. They're not going to come firing right off the bat, which, I mean, they struggled last year and all. Hopefully they can keep it together health-wise. Hopefully this division could possibly send two teams to the playoffs. It is possible. They have two good teams in there, but the Eagles will have the better record.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting.
Contrary to what Vegas.
It's a fair point because I think, McCarthy's going to bring in a new system there, and they're going to have to learn it without, ever really – there's no preseason, which is another interesting thing is that the season is only 2 weeks away, which is a trip. It's weird. It feels strange. It's just going to be like all of a sudden there's football where we're all used to, kind of easing our way into it. You're watching – preseason football, checking out the players, getting an idea of what's going to happen. Man, I think Jordan makes a great point. It's really all bets are off. I mean, making these predictions is going to be really, really hard. And I think, people undervalue preseason. Those players need preseason, especially the younger players. You need that to get your
rep, going to an 80 player roster instead of the normal 56.
Talking 54. About practice, like my man Iverson said. We're talking about practice.
Yeah, this is not basketball,
practice, guys.
This is not basketball.
Practice. We're talking about practice.
I mean,
we're getting into football. Even this weekend or the following weekend, we have college football actually going to be on the board. Austin Peay's playing. What the hell's coming? I mean, I was one of the guys saying football's not going to make it this year. We're not going to have a start, but hey, it's coming. Whether we like it or not.
It's coming. We're going to have all four major sports at one time for the first time in history.
Wow.
It's an exciting time to bet.
This
is like money.
It's gambler's dream right now. You got so much action. Yeah. I'm up every night gambling, every night. Hockey, basketball, baseball.
So what you're saying is you're a degenerate gambler.
I am a degenerate. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, George. We're going to post a link on here for gamblers.
But how about those Dallas Stars making us money, huh?
Anybody? Have you guys heard the new Gamblers Anonymous tagline?
No, what are they using now?
It's only a problem if you lose.
That's no Barkley's. Barkley's is better. It's only a problem if you can't pay.
Yeah. By the way, I agree with Ramon. I think Andy Reid wins the Super Bowl again. I made that pick. We're going to be doing a lot more videos about the NFL coming up. We're excited about it. We talk a lot of shit on this show. We want to thank everybody for joining. Like, share, support us, and we're going to see y'all next time. George, final words for today.
Go Dallas, baby. Go Dallas. That's all I have to say. Go Dallas.
Jordan?
Go Dallas.
Oh, God. That's terrible, Jordan.
I just sold him over. Look at him. I jumped him on the bandwagon.
That's terrible.
You know he's going to be wearing his jersey.
All right.
All right. See y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.